Hi everyone, this is our second video in our College 101 webinar series, and today I will be talking about ACT and SAT. Note, this will be the longest video of the series as we will be covering a lot of information such as testing dates, how to register for the ACT and SAT, and much more. And so please feel free to skip ahead to the parts of the videos that do apply to you. Here's just a reminder about all the videos that will be coming out this year. And so the next one, which will be coming out sometime this week, will be about creating your college list. I just want to start this off by showing you all the upcoming test dates and registration deadlines for the ACT and SAT. And so on the left, you can see the ACT dates and deadlines. Note that for the October 23rd ACT test date, the registration deadline is this Friday. And so it's very important to come see me beforehand if you need help registering so we don't have to have you pay for the late registration fees. And so on the right, you will see the SAT dates and deadlines. With COVID still occurring, a lot of schools in North Carolina are still test optional for college admissions. And so on the left, you will see all the public colleges in North Carolina that are test optional. And on the right, you will see all of the private colleges in North Carolina that are test optional. Test optional means that you can either send in your test scores if you want to, or you do not have to. If you do decide not to submit your test scores, they will just consider the other aspects of your application. There are some benefits to submitting your test scores, such as if you score well and are within their range or a little bit above, you could qualify for some institutional merit aid. If you need help deciding whether or not to submit your test scores or retake the test, you can look at the admission averages spreadsheet that I will share out with each of you in the upcoming days, as well as coming to me to talk about it. And so, yeah. And so I want to show you all a quick tutorial on how to apply to take the SAT test. And so you will go to collegeboard.org. And then if you don't have an account already, you would click the sign up button. But if you do already have an account from here, you would then log in. Once you click log in, then you would click register for the SAT. And then you would hit register now. And then you will also have to verify your password. And so once you hit verify, it will then take you back to the dashboard. And then you would hit register for the SAT. And then from here, you would enter your information. And then for the second section, it asks you to select the date and test center. And so you would select the test date. And so my example is Saturday, November 6th. And then you would select the test center. And so there are centers located in Caldwell County. And so for this ACT test or this SAT test particularly, it has seats in High Brighton. So I would go ahead and select it and then hit continue. And then you just want to confirm your test details. And so it says SAT, I'm taking it November 6th. Here's my test center. And then here is how much it is costing me to pay. And then from here, if you have a fee waiver code, you would go ahead and click on it. And then you also need to upload your photo. And then once you uploaded your photo, you would go ahead and check out. And so just make sure all the information on there is correct and your test details, make sure the date is correct as well as the test center location. And then here is where you will type in your fee waiver code if you received a fee waiver from either me, your college advisor, or your counselor, and then you would hit confirmed and then go ahead and pay. And so that is a quick tutorial on how to register for the SAT. Now, to register for the ACT, you would click and go to act.org. And then from there, you would hit register for the ACT. And so this one is a little different because you all took it at school back in February this year during your junior year. And so some of you may not have an account. And so if that applies to you, you would click create my ACT account. And then you would click I registered or tested before because you took it in February. And then you would click I have never accessed my scores online. And then from here, you will fill out the information and be able to create an account and still have access to your previous ACT scores. And so it's very important that you fill it out exactly how it is on your ACT score report. Put your middle initial if it was included in your ACT score report, then put your birthday and the ACT ID, which is located on the top of your score report near your name. You do not need to include the dash or hyphens. And then for the month and year of test, you would put February 2021, and then you click the check box, and then it will create your account. If you follow these steps, it will link your scores from the test you took last year. But if an error message does come up and it says that they cannot match you, then you will have to call the phone number that is listed and talk with someone on the phone so that they can match you that way. If you have any issues, feel free to contact me. Now, here are the steps you will need to take if you are registering to retake your ACT. Remember, if you took the ACT during your junior year at school, you're already in their system, so do not try and make a new account. It will just make things really complicated. And so once you have signed in, you hit register for the ACT and then begin registering. And so you'll be testing in the US. If you need accommodations, you would hit yes, accommodations. But if you do not need any, hit no, none needed. And then for a test option, a lot of colleges are not requiring the writing section of it. And so if you decide not to do the writing portion, it is a little bit cheaper than compared to if you were taking the full ACT with writing. And so you would click full ACT, no writing. And then from here, you would select your testing center. And so I would click on South Caldwell High School for the October 23rd ACT, and then I would add it to my cart. And then from here, you would type in your fee waiver if you have a code. And so remember that if you're not sure whether you qualify or if you do know that you qualify, please see either me, your college advisor, or the counselors, and we can help you with that. And then from there, you would go ahead and proceed to checkout. And so that is a quick tutorial on how to register for the ACT. And so here's just a reminder that if you qualify for a free and reduced lunch or would struggle paying for the SAT or ACT, please let me, Ms. Kongmani, know, or your go-to guidance counselor. You could qualify for a fee waiver and be able to take the test for free. And so that is the end of our SAT and ACT webinar video. And so stay tuned for the next one, which is creating your college list. And so thank you and have a nice day.